Hey, what is up, guys? It's Rafael here, your seven-figure e-commerce coach, and today I'm going to teach you how to hack your brain and how to get more stuff done faster than absolutely anyone else. And if you like these types of videos, please let me know in the comments below. I think I've taught you a lot about just building a business and the actual tactical strategies that go into building a business. So I thought going more into the mindset of, if the strategies don't work, there's a reason why they don't work, and it might be mindset, time management. You're not dealing with things properly, so that's why I'm making these videos. If you like them, let me know in the thumbs up button below. All right, so how to hack your brain. The way it works is that, we're very distracted every single day. Let's say you want to do a task. Let's say you want to build out a Google Ads campaign for your e-commerce store. Your brain will do absolutely anything for you to not do that. It will push you towards not doing the thing that's actually going to get you more happiness and more success. The way that happens is because of instant gratification. So instant gratification is basically, let's say you're in the woods and, let's say we're in olden times where technology didn't exist and everything. Instant gratification would be, you see some berries and you're hungry. Oh, let me grab those berries, eat them right now, and boom, now you're not hungry anymore. Like, that's how our brain works. It always seeks instant gratification. That's why fast food is so prominent. That's why sugary things are so prominent, because it gives you instant gratification, even though in like a year or 5 years, you're going to get fat. It's going to be really, really bad for your body, your health, your mind, everything. Instant gratification is what the mind always wants. And the way to beat absolutely everybody else and dominate your brain and hack your brain, basically, is to learn how to defeat that instant gratification. But it's not easy. And the easy way, or the simple way to do it more, is creating habits. Let's say you have to build a Google Ads campaign, Google Ads strategy for your e-commerce store. What you want to do is build out a habit for that particular process, for that particular thing that you have to do, right? And the way you build a habit is, you can read it more in the book, The Power of Habit, is you have a trigger, and then you do the habit, and then you have a reward for that habit. So the trigger is a more important thing. And the thing I recommend you to have as the trigger, so let's say the trigger for answering your phone is the ring. Like, your phone rings, you answer the phone, that's a habit. Your phone rings, that's a trigger. You answer the phone, that's a habit, and you get a call from your loved one, whatever. That's your reward. Or you get a good news on your phone, that's a reward. So every time that your phone rings, you're going to pick it up because you know that the reward is the other person on the phone call. That's how a habit works on a day-to-day basis. Now, how do you make it work for something very, very important that you have to do every single day and that constantly changes? Is by doing it right after you wake up. So waking up is a habit. Another habit that I have is taking a shower. Like, right after I take a shower, I know I'm going to do something very specific every single day, and taking a shower is like that trigger. So I take a shower, finish my shower, and now it's time to do this particular thing. Your trigger might be getting a coffee. You have a coffee, and then you do that particular thing. So you have to find that trigger in your life, in your brain, in your day-to-day basis that makes you do that particular thing that you have to do. And then reward, when the reward comes, I usually do the wake up, and then I do the shower habit. So let's say I have to build out Facebook ads campaign, which kind of takes a lot of time. Maybe I have to hire someone new. It takes time. I don't really want to do it. I take a shower, I do it, and then the reward is, let's say I watch some funny video online. I give myself 10 minutes of like watching comedy online, which I really enjoy, and I know it takes time away from work, but that is the reward. Like, right after I finish that important piece of work, I watch 10 minutes of comedy. And that's how you can hack your brain and train your brain into doing tasks that you don't want to do, is have a trigger. In most cases, I recommend doing wake up, shower, or coffee, just because the more things you do in the beginning of your day, the better you're going to do them. And you should always do the more important things in the beginning of your day, just because you have more energy, you're more focused, you have less clog in your brain, and you can do those things much, much better. So yeah, as soon as you wake up, or as soon as you take a shower, or as soon as let's say you meditate as well. So for meditation, that works really well too. As soon as you meditate, boom, you do something. Let's say, every day you have to make 5 new ads for your business, for your store. Then you meditate, you do the 5 new ads, and then you give yourself a reward. Maybe you eat whatever thing you like to eat that you shouldn't eat. That's the reward. It doesn't matter if it's, let's say you have a cookie every time you make that particular process or that particular thing. that's okay to eat, not super healthy in that moment, just because you're training yourself to build out that habit every single day. So that's how you hack your brain, essentially. It's creating habits that essentially have that trigger, something you do every single day. Don't have it be something like, your friends come to visit, and then you do that, because your friends aren't going to come to visit every single day. You have to do it something that you do every day. It might be, you have a glass of water in the morning, you do that, and that's your trigger. That's why some people, it really helps, they want to run every day and they want to exercise every day. It helps having shoes next to your bed, because as soon as you put the shoes on, you're out to do the workout. And that's the trigger, the action, and then the reward when they come back. It might be, eating a bowl of fruits, or drinking a smoothie, or eating something sweet. Like, that's how you get more done than anybody else, because nobody has habits in place like that. And that's how habits work. It's trigger, process, reward. Most people don't have these habits in place, and most entrepreneurs, they wake up and they're like, okay, what do I have to do today? And they're like, okay, I have to do this thing and this thing and this thing. And then they end up letting those tasks go day by day by day. And then 3 days go past and they're like, wow, I still had to do that thing. So that's what I do a lot with YouTube videos. Is I like talking to the camera and I like making YouTube videos, but it takes some time. It takes time to edit them. It takes time to just do the whole setup of the camera. If I'm traveling, it's harder. So every time I take a shower, for example, every 3 days, let's say every 3 days I'm going to make a YouTube video. I take a shower. Immediately I go into filming the video. Immediately I go into editing. And then reward is, I might watch some comedy. So that's kind of how it works. And that's kind of how you can essentially be like 99, 98% of all other business owners, and everybody else is competing against you, because nobody has these systems in place. They're all like kind of all over the place. I talk a lot about focus. My last video was why 99% of people fail with business in general. It's just because they're not focused. They have 5 different businesses and they're doing 5 different random things, and they're not focusing on one thing, which is huge. It's absolutely huge to just focus on one thing, absolutely master it, and just crush it all throughout. So yeah, it's a short video, but I wanted to leave you with that lesson. I really want you to create habits throughout the day. It doesn't have to be just like once, but if you're having things that you're putting off and you're not doing them and you know that you have to do them, create a habit, create a trigger, process, reward, trigger, process, reward every single day. And then just keep going and cycling through that. And then obviously focus on the task, eat clean, meditate, exercise, and then just absolutely crush it. 2019 is going to be an amazing year. If you want a 10-minute strategy training, it's only 10 minutes. It's not an hour long, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. It's 10-minute strategy. And this strategy essentially has built my entire business, my entire 7-figure e-commerce business. You can check it out in the first thing in the description, how to combine Google, Facebook, and Instagram to make $10 for every dollar that you spend. Thank you so much for watching this video. Check out the other videos here on the channel, subscribe, and hit the like button if you like these types of videos, because I'm not really sure what you guys like more, if it's just strategy, and because tomorrow I have a video on strategy for you guys, but I kind of want to do a lot of mindset, because if you don't have the mindset right, you can't succeed. It doesn't matter how many taxes are, like, I see that in a lot of my students. I have like 72 premium paid students. They all paid like $1,000 to be in my program, and some of them get really, really good results very fast, and some of them don't, and some of them don't even, they don't even do the work that they need to do. And I'm trying to figure out, why is it that those people are more successful? Why is it that some people make a lot of money and some people don't? It's because they essentially don't have the mindset. They don't have the proper mindset to get to that level. The guys that are making big bucks, they're all very committed, very striving. They have processing in their brain. They have day-to-day routines and strategies that they do to get stuff done, basically, while the others really don't. And I really want to focus on mindset, because the whole course and the training program with me focuses on strategy and how to build a business from scratch and how to take it to levels like $1 million a year. That's what I focus on, and the strategies to do that. But the underlying thing is the mindset work. And the mindset work is usually the hardest one to master. And that's the one I'm going to focus here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.